So we're going to move on to the next segment of the show. But before we do that, do you want to go and get prepared? Tanya's going to get ready. She's just going to show you, because one of the things I have a problem with, and I don't know if everybody's the same, but I'm guessing from the messages that I get on my TikTok that perimenopause is just a horrible ride. You're so tired. When somebody tells you follow this diet or this lifestyle or just exercise more, you actually just want to smack them over the head with the heaviest frying pan you can find. So what do we do? How do we actually manage to help ourselves when we don't want to help ourselves? So Tan is now just going to do just a bit of a demonstration. This is how she's helped me as well, is to show me quick and easy and simple ways to eat in a way that's good for you, but there's not too much effort. I know, I'm lazy because it's hard, guys, it's hard. But also to give you energy as well. So one of the things I definitely do is eat too much carbs. So I'm spiking myself too much, and then I'm dropping too much. And then both my sister and I have a tendency for, well, she's pre-diabetic, and we've got diabetes in our family history forever and ever. So I definitely, I'm scared to test, but I'm definitely on the way there. So again, so just bearing in mind, that's what we're trying to do to help ourselves. Another thing is, just from a psychology point of view, just to do the bare minimum, like the least you can do on that day. So if it's just one thing you can do to help yourself that day, and if that's having a glass of water or a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in the morning, and that's all you can do that day, do it and fucking win at it. Win at having that tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and celebrate it. And then crash or do whatever else you have to do for the rest of the perimenopause dictates. My sister and I are at different stages of menopause. So she's still perimenopausal. I'm in menopause now. And I found menopause so much better than perimenopause, which is why I always say to people in my videos, hang tight. It does get better, but I think everybody has a different experience. But I also think you've got to start making changes. And luckily, I have a dietitian sister who's a bit forceful, and has helped me to make these changes. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking.
So what I'm going to do is just make a simple salad. Sometimes I know a lot of people say they love the salad and that to taste delicious. So that's what my main aim. But since I'm going through perimenopause and I'm ADHD, I just really couldn't be bothered with making food. So I tend to do things like ADHD recipes because I don't have time to actually cook. All right, so what I've done, just simple. I've got greens, some baby rocket, some baby spinach. I find this really is fine on my gut. If I have other lettuce, I find that it actually hurts my stomach. So once again, being able to listen to what the gut can actually tolerate. I'm putting tomatoes on. Tomatoes are great, have a high antioxidant. They also have a bit of an anti-cancer component. Some people are fine with them. If you've got autoimmune disease, that's a different story for another session. So I'm just going to put some, what do you call these things? Cucumber on here. Remember, if you can do whatever you want. I know these are the basic things that everyone else has. I've got a bit of tin beans, and these are your black beans with corn. It's like got a Mexican spice. There's these little tins that you can buy nowadays with these spice mixes of beans or with tuna.
They're amazing. They're surprisingly amazing.
Yeah.
And so easy.
So these, like a lot of people are just taking these to work and mixing them with a salad or mixing them with tuna. So really great to use. I think there was a lady that mentioned seed oils and oils, seed oils and seeds. There's a big debate about that right now. I might chat about that a little bit later on. But so I'm just going to put these beans on. If you've got bloating issues, you might not want to add beans in because beans cause issues, with a lot of my clients with bloating. But I do like them because beans act as phytoestrogens, phytonutrients, which just means they create a really beneficial environment for the body, as well as they act as a prebiotic. So a prebiotic feeds the bacteria in your gut, and the more gut health we can promote, like apple cider vinegar, use of kimchi, kefir, those kind of things, the more we start feeding the gut, in order to help reduce that bloating, improve the metabolism to work, and even the hormonal production as well.
Beans on irritable bowel, however.
Pardon?
Beans with irritable bowel.
I also find beans can be a problem with irritable bowel syndrome. So once again, I might say to people, we might bring it in only once or twice a week, and we might only bring in maybe a quarter of a cup at a time, but some people really can't tolerate that. So once again, just learning how to listen to your body. I'm making like a Mexican style theme. All I did, I got Mexican spice.
This is the tin, by the way. I know you have to reverse it.
I bought a Mexican spice. I mixed it up with a bit of olive oil, a lemon juice, pan-seared it, actually marinated for about half an hour, pan-seared it, and this is absolutely basic. So you could use a Moroccan spice, you could use a Mediterranean spice, you know, just to change up the taste of the chicken. And remember, you can use any protein. So I've got things like chickpea here, if you like your hummus, your halloumi, your tofu. So you could basically, if you wanted to go vegetarian, vegan, you can do that instead of using the chicken. But remember, I want a protein to keep the sugar levels more stable. I'm wanting my carb coming in is my beans and my corn. Okay, you might find that you would like just say a slice of low GI bread with that, or a low carb wrap. That's, you know, whatever you guys would like to do. And then what I try and also think about is getting a good quality fat in. So good quality fat for me is your monounsaturated fats, great for cardiovascular disease, avocados. I use, I toasted some nuts over here. Here's my toasted flaked almonds. I use these all the time. Oh goodness, they really bring out the flavor in the food. So I'm just going to put a little bit of avocado actually on the side because my sister doesn't like it. And I'd like to her to try the salad. What makes a salad even better is the actual dressing, and there's so many dressings out there. I love you to make your own dressing. I love you to make 3 dressings every couple of weeks so you can use, you know, like a green goddess one, a miso dressing, a pesto dressing. But I know that a lot of us don't have time, we don't have energy, and we're just too overwhelmed with everything. All right, so I'm just going to show you a quick recipe or a dressing that I do. This is coconut yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt. I just battle with a lot of dairy. And I think also that's another thing I see with a lot of my perimenopause and menopausal women. They battle to digest lactose, which lactose is a type of sugar. So you can either go coconut yogurt or Greek yogurt.
This dressing is amazing. I didn't even know it existed until this week. My life has changed. Green goddess.
All right, so when we're making this dressing, I've just got about maybe 1/3 to 1/2 a cup of the yogurt. I've got a tablespoon of mint and coriander. If you don't like coriander, because I know a lot of you don't like that flavor, I use something called your parsley you can use, or spring onions. So just anything to bring out the flavor. And I love the mint. It just gives that fresh, fresh summery feeling, you know, when you're having the salads. So I'm just going to put this in.
So Sarah said she doesn't like, she loves salads in summer, but not in winter. I'm the same. I also don't like salads at night. I love a salad for lunch, but I don't like a salad at night.
So you can do soups or stews, or you can do a roasted veggies is also great. So I might do a roasted veggie base, and then I throw in the chicken with the almonds and the avocado on the top before I have it. So that's also an option. Soups, stews, casseroles, you can have whatever. But what I try and really think of is protein, number 1. Number 2, how much fiber do we have? Do we have a lot of fiber in there? Fiber creates bulk, but remember, if you're not used to too much fiber and you go from a little bit of fiber to a lot of fiber, you can get more IBS kind of symptoms, bloating, and you can also get more constipation. So what we do is we say every week you push it up a little bit more, 5 grams every week, and then what happens, your body can actually slowly adjust, your microbes will start to change, and then your body will be able to absorb it more effectively. But those of you with IBS, it's a little bit of a different story. You guys will once again need to understand your body, okay? So if I'm doing this is also a nice dressing to put over your stews and curries and that. So I've just mixed the herbs with it. Herbs, one of the highest antioxidant properties that you can get.
Please, can you explain what an antioxidant is? And does an antioxidant help us specifically in perimenopause, or does it help us any time?
It helps us anytime, but when we, antioxidants are food items that, not food items, they're, when you eat certain foods, they can be broken down, and we say they become oxidized. And when they become oxidized, they have a higher risk of causing inflammation in the body. So when we take in things like antioxidant foods, they tend to neutralize the oxidation occurring in the system, and they tend to have an anti-inflammatory response. So we're wanting to have an anti-inflammatory eating style, lifestyle, in order to reduce the oxidation. And that's the thing with seed oils. Seed oils are very easily oxidized. So when you open seed oils, or you get a seed oil, it tends to go rancid very quickly. And that has, it's oxidized, so it's actually more damaging for your arterial wall and more damaging for inflammation. Whereas the seeds, in its natural form, aren't oxidized. So the body can actually metabolize this and use this as an antioxidant. And it also has very important micronutrients, vitamins and your minerals, magnesium, zinc, all the things our body needs that I tend to find the majority of us are lacking now. All right, so I'm just mixing this together. I put my antioxidant leaves in there. I'm going to put some lime. You can put lemon juice, whatever you've got. And then I'm going to put a tiny bit of garlic in, garlic paste. And I just mix this. And I actually add a little bit of water because it's quite thick. I mean, I can have it nice and thick, but I just add a little bit of water to it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour it on. And once again, just a really simple salad dressing. So this took me no more than 10 minutes to make up. And I think that's what a lot of you need to put in your mind is when we make up food, give yourself 5 or 10 minutes. And that's, or let's say 10 minutes to make the food, and then a little bit 5 to 10 minutes to eat the food.
I'm not inclined to make a dressing. I'm going to buy it.
Okay, so there's our salad. I don't know if you can see it.
Let me get the camera closer.
So once again, we've got some good fats to keep the sugar stable. We've got some protein to keep the sugar stable. And we also have a lot of fiber there. This is, by the way, this is for probably 2 people, not for 1 person.
I was going to say, that's a lot of food.
Yeah, that would be a lot of food. But in saying that, if you do this tonight, just say for dinner, for yourself, and then you take half of it for a lunch the next day. And I say that's the easiest way to do it. So make the food the night before, and then take it at lunchtime, or make extra so you can have leftovers the next day.